bring you this story. Details of the police movements after the arrest of accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, have taken center stage in the trial within a trial in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case that's taking place in the High Court in Pretoria. Just yesterday, Judge Ratha Mokgoatlheng allowed information captured by the Automatic Vehicle Locator to be expressed in court. This will clarify the actions of the officers on the evening of Ntanzi's alleged confession. A lot seems to be happening inside court in this trial within a trial, but a man who's watching it all very closely is our reporter Manqoba Mchunu, who's back now from Pretoria and joins us now just to tell us what is the latest. Good afternoon, Manqoba. What happened today?
Well, today, but then we got to hear the intricate details of the police's movement while escorting accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, to Phokeng. So what we understand is that after Ntanzi had made that confession, his first confession on the 19th of June in 2020, he had then been taken to court. In fact, what we heard from the evidence-in-chief of Sergeant Vusimuzi Mohane, who's one of the investigators in the Senzo Meyiwa case, is that, in fact, while they were driving to court on that morning, they got a call from the lead investigator, Brigadier Bongani Ntanzi, who told them that they will need to then pass through Moroka police station, where there was somebody waiting to take that particular confession. That was Colonel Solomon Rapad, who also took the stand just a few weeks ago. And this is where that confession was then made. But what we understand is that he had then gone to court after that confession was made. But what Vusimuzi Mohane told the court is that immediately after they left court, they then went to Phokeng, where Ntanzi had been residing, and this is in Rustenburg. So we got to hear the intricate details of the trip. But before we get there, Britain, yesterday, as the court was just about to end, we got to hear something else, new information that came into court that seems to suggest from this report, or the tracking report, that in fact before they even headed for Phokeng, the police had actually gone back to Moroka police station, where they claim they had gone to fetch a key and a memory stick of one of the officers, Sergeant Mabena, who was also an investigator. Unfortunately, he passed away, but at the time he had said that he had left his key and they had gone back to that police station, which is something that we didn't hear in his evidence-in-chief, and they stayed there for 2 hours. And of course, we think this is still going to be an issue that the defense is likely to raise more questions on. But we got to hear of the trip as they went now to Phokeng, and to understand that they actually left in the afternoon. It was around about 6 o'clock, in fact early evening, 6:30, when they actually made the trip to Phokeng. And this was a trip to try and locate if they could find a hoodie that accused number 2 is suspected of having worn on that particular day. So he detailed, the route from Soweto, the police station, up until they reached Phokeng, through the N1. And of course, what he noted also was a number of violations, speeding violations, as they drove to Phokeng. Perhaps let's take a listen to what came out of that.
I proceeded, my lord, at 1947 to violate the speed, and I was driving near the N1 freeway in Rivonia in Sandton between 1947 and 23 seconds through to 1948 and 45 seconds. I was driving on the N1 freeway in Woodmead.
According to the movement report, from 1938, 19 hours 38, 23 up to 19 hours 47, 43, shows that you were driving in excess of the speed limit. Can you remember what the reason was?
When the vehicle is well serviced and the road is opened, my foot just goes on without me recognizing or realizing that I'm exceeding the speed limit, my lord.
What was the intended destination at that point?
We were going to Phokeng.
It's a long trip from Ekurhuleni, the Fosloro side, all the way to Moroka police station, Soweto, and all the way to Phokeng. Very interesting developments there. So why did the court adjourn early today? Normally they will sit to about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And what can we expect tomorrow, Manqoba?
Well, the reason why court adjourned early today, Pratan, is because there was new evidence or one information tracking a report of the 20th of June that was only handed to the defense today during tea time. And so the defense had then asked for more time to be able to go through this report and also to consult with their clients. So they want to resume cross-examination once they've done that consultation with their clients. Of course, it is quite crucial for the defense because they are trying to show that these confessions were made under duress and that, in fact, these accused had been assaulted and tortured into making these particular confessions. It's quite crucial for this trial within a trial which is looking at the admissibility of those two confessions. So they want time to consult with their clients. We're expecting them to resume with their cross-examination tomorrow. But one of the other aspects that arose in court just before we got to adjourn was around two of the dates, Pratan. This is the 22nd of June and the 24th of June. And these are dates where there's no records or tracking records provided. And the reason for this, the state says, is because Mokgoatlheng on those 2 days was not using that particular vehicle to escort Bongani Ntanzi.
And what year is this?
This was in 2020, Pratan.
2020.
So it's all after Ntanzi was arrested on the 16th of June in 2020 and the days leading to his first and second confession. So the 22nd is a day where he appeared at a court in Northwest, his second appearance. And of course, the defense is disputing that Ntanzi actually appeared at that court. There's also reference to the effect that there was a Mr. Mchiako that represented Ntanzi who was also seen there. So there's a lot in dispute when it comes to that appearance. And of course, there's also assertions that he had gone to see a dentist on that day. And of course, it's also quite a tricky one. So they'll want to see really what the tracking report shows as far as the movements of accused who are concerned.
So there's a lot of disputed facts around what actually happened then, and all this in an effort to prove or not whether or not he was made to give the confession under duress.
Indeed, Pratan. And of course, we're expecting the defense to pull all the punches tomorrow when they resume with their cross-examination. And the crucial aspect, which is what brought us here to these records, is the 17 hours that accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, had been booked out. This is a day before he made his first confession. This was on the 18th of June, just prior to him making that confession on the 19th of June.
So what happened on the 17th? That's what the court sees within this trial, within a trial in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. Thank you very much, Manqoba Mchunu. He'll be back in court, of course, tomorrow. That's in the Pretoria High Court with Judge Ratha Mokgoatlheng and presiding over the proceedings. Now,